Now I'm going to talk about mobile apps. So still it is an application. It is going to be reside on a different platform. So we have created a web app, so that will be accessed through a desktop or laptop in a browser using that particular URL. So mobile apps is like a same application, but we are going to access from mobile. So we have different operating system like Windows, Android, iOS, and out of that we have HTML5. So still, if your mobile is supporting browser, then from browser itself you can access these mobile apps. So we have three integration in mobile apps. Like it needs a database. So if you are handling application which is going to store, which needs to store some data, like so it needs a database. So that is the first layer. So we have different options, like we can choose SQL database or table storage or document DB or blob storage. So we have variety of storages are available in Azure, so we can make use of that storage for your mobile apps. And next one is we need to take care about authentication. So how we are going to authenticate, or how we are going to connect your mobile apps. If it is a simple mobile app, maybe you can create with even without any authentication. So but if you go with enterprise level applications, if you want to connect your personal workspace, then you have to go with authentication. So all enterprise applications mobile apps will have authentication, so they can follow. We have different APIs. We have Facebook authentication API, Twitter, Microsoft, even Active Directory APIs also there. You can integrate those APIs as part of this authentication, and you can make your mobile apps. And we have push notification. So push notification is nothing but we can send an update to your application. So for example, if you are using Flipkart or Amazon mobile apps, usually they will send an push notification like new updates or new offers to your application. So that is about the push notification. So these three are mandatory when you are creating enterprise level applications. So for your own testing applications, you are not necessary to follow all these components or include these components. You can use only the database, or you can only have authentication. So just for a testing or a development purpose. Still again, it is using REST APIs. It's like passing a request and getting a response through GET and POST methods. And these are the actually these are the purposes, like why we need to use these mobile apps. So to create a build native and fast platform apps. So for example, you have an application which is based on a website or a web apps. So you want to access the same application for your mobile or some other platform or tablet, then you can create a mobile apps. And again, it is to connect your enterprise system. So if you have configured website or web apps which is going to access your enterprise level workloads, so if you don't have any access to website or a laptop or a desktop, then people will prefer to have the same sort of application in a mobile, so that they can access from anywhere. So from anywhere they can connect to their enterprise systems. And again, it is going to help us to have a build offline apps. So even if there is no connectivity to connect your enterprise app from your place or your mobile app, we can add some codes to have a offline app. So once you get a connection, then that that changes, or whatever the information you have selected in your app, that will be updated in your main enterprise level service plan or database. And we have push notification, so that is default for all the enterprise level applications. So for these reasons, actually we are going with mobile apps. So we can create mobile apps very easily by going to this URL. So this URL from actually from Azure, Microsoft Azure. So if you are testing or developing a mobile app, if you want to do any POC, then you can start with this, and you can create a simple mobile app using app service plan, and you can easily create, and you can see how it is going to look like. So here these are the three templates actually. So you can choose whatever the template you want. So this is just for demo purpose or testing. So if you want to create an enterprise level mobile app, then we have to go with a different process. So we have to create a mobile app first. Inside apps, we have to define few things. I'll show those things. So just go to create. I just want to show the difference. So while creating this, I go to app service. So here I have a web app. I'm going to show how the web app is looks like in a browser. So I don't have any content. So by default it will be like this. So I can modify the content. So, but when you go with mobile apps, the look and feel will be different. So I just want to show that. So here we have two options, Xamarin and the web portal. So if you have installed any Xamarin Studio inside your local system, then you can go with this option. Or if you want to access through website URL, then you can go with a web portal and go to next. And this is my mobile app, so I can access my mobile app through this URL. So if I click this, so this is my mobile app. You can see the difference. So this is my mobile app and this is my web app. So you can see the difference. Actually we don't have any content inside this mobile app, so that's the reason by default it is going to show like this. I can take this app and into whether Android Studio or Visual Studio or iOS related application. I can develop the things. I can see the content here on the same URL. So this is just to create through just a few clicks. So but the real application you have to create from Azure portal. So I have to go to new and I have to go to web plus mobile. Here I have option to create mobile app. So just click that and say your mobile application name, subscription, app services. So here you can use the same existing app services, or you can create a new app service plan. So it's up to you. I have created one already, so I'm going to show that. I have to go to app services and this is my mobile app. So here you can see different options. So I can browse this URL. So if I browse this, so it is going to show like a normal website. So there is no difference, but this is the real mobile app. But here when I created, it will show like a web app only. So we have to convert this as a mobile app, and for that we have to go with a few things, like we need to create a data connection and we need to create a table, store the information. So once you have done these two processes, then obviously you will have a same type of look and feel. Then afterwards we can add our own content inside this, and we can have our own application. So still we have to use different studios or development kits. So whether you are developing for Android, then you have to go with the Android Studio. For Windows, then you have to go with Visual Studio, like that. And these options are actually common for all the apps except logical apps. So it is common for web apps, API apps, and mobile apps. So we know these things already, like traffic manager, deployment plots, and we can scale up easily. So these are the things. Here we have some sample applications. So I'll go with quick start. So we have some sample projects under quick start. So it is going to enable the mobile extension. So I'm going to show the same URL. So after we configured a few things, so you can see the difference. So when you have fresh mobile apps application or services created, then that will be like this. So here we have a different samples on each platform or each OS. But if I go with Android, then I'll have different options, like I have to create a database, I have to create a table API. So this table API is going to interact with this database where we are going to store the data. So if we are using a mobile app, then obviously it needs a place where we need to store some data, like, so we have to create these two things. Once we have created this, and we can go with configure your client application. So So here we have to select whether you have application already. So if you have application already, then we have to amend few codes here. So we have to amend these codes into your existing application, or if you want to go with the new application, then you have to select this. If you are developing Android, so since we have selected Android, so we have to go download this Android Studio. You have to have this Android Studio in your local or any platform where you are going to develop this application or mobile app. Then once you have this Android Studio available, then you can download this project. So this project will have all the files, so you can easily import this project into your Android Studio and you can see the app. So if you have connected your mobile app through USB through Android, and you can see there information, or you can create your own emulators, so just like a virtual mobile. So there you can see the results. So I'm going to show that. Before that, let us create a database. So just click this. We don't have any data connection, so create one data SQL database storage. So by default we have only two options, so it is not supporting that document ABC. It will support, but since we have selected a sample project, so we have only two options. And SQL database, I have one database already, so I'll make use of that database. And this is my connection string. So it is going to create a connection to our table and the database. So this is my connection string name, and I have to see my database server credentials. So once I have provided those details, I can click OK. So it is going to add this data connection inside this sample project. So once the data connection is created, then you can create your tool item table. So here you can see you already have a data connection. So this is our data connection, and here we have to choose which language you are using. So if you are familiar with Node.js, you can go with this, and it is going to create a solution, Visual Studio solution. You have to use that solution to deploy your connection strings to your app service plan. So let me go with C sharp. I will go to download. So it has some solution. I will go and show that. So I have installed in my virtual machine. So this is the one we have downloaded now. So let me extract this. So here you can see we have a solution. Actually it's a sample project, right? So it has all the information. We just need to publish this URL to our website, our mobile app website. So here I'm not going to concentrate on programmatical things. I'm just going to show how we can create a mobile app. So if we have a programmatical skills, then we can start develop our own mobile app. So I'm just taking only samples, sample mobile apps. So here if you go and see the models, so this is the one actually it is created through the data connection. So if you remember, this is our data connection string name, so it has pointed correctly, so we can just publish this. So while publish, we have to say which mobile app we are going to use. So these are the mobile apps available already. So this is group, my first mobile, my second mobile app. So under this resource group, I have different options. So this is our mobile application name. So I have to select this and click OK and publish. So actually it is restoring the reference packages from Nugget package. So we don't want to do any changes here. Actually everything is configured automatically since it's a sample package. So we have to concentrate on Android development in a different language. I will show that in Android Studio. It is using web deploy package method, and we can access this through this my second mobile app, not Azure websites. So we just need to wait 1 minute. So before that, we just want to show how that. So this is our website. So now we are seeing like this. So once we publish that, the look and feel is going to change. So now it has published that connection and connection strings. So now we got a different field. So if I go on refresh here, so here this is our mobile app. So we just converted that regular web app into mobile app by configuring these connections. So the third step is, so we have done these first two steps, and the third step is I'm going to create a new app. I have installed this Android Studio already, so I'll just download this package. So it has some Android related projects. Let me explore that. Extract. So if you see here, we have different files are there. So these are the Android development related files. So Gradle is a file to build Android application. So I've just imported that file. So import setting is there. By using that, I have just imported that file. So it has imported all the files. So we have these files like Gradle is there, and under Gradle. So these are the properties about Gradle. So everything has been included inside this Android Studio. So once everything is included, actually you will see the option. So we don't want to modify anything, as it is a sample package. We can just go and see the application in an Android mobile or in an emulator. So just click this option, run option. Actually I'm using this Windows Server, so I have to turn off this Hyper-V option. So but still, actually I have turned off, but still it's showing some issue. And we have to install one of the tool from Intel, so which is going to support these emulators. So for example, if I select this option, I will get a message. So I have to install this as Intel HAXM to run these emulators. So if you have an Android app, you can connect your app through USB, and you can see the results straight away in your app. So if I go here, you can see no USB device or running emulators are detected. So I can go with emulator. So emulator we have issue. So since I'm using Windows Server, I have to install that. Or if you have your Android device, you can connect through USB, and you can see the results in a USB in a mobile phone itself. So basically it is just going to display the app how your other Android apps are looking. So just a simple app, it doesn't have any information. So just it is going to show only one single page of app. So so once we have done all the steps, that's it. We have just created a mobile app, Android app. So I just selected quick start. So if you are going in a professional way, then you have to go here data connection, and you have to create a data connection first. And we have a AC table, so you can create a table based on your connection, and you can create application in Android Studio, and you can point that Android Studio development codes to this URL. So you can take that URL as a hosting plan, and you can point that into your Android Studio development codes, and all the information what you have developed will be displayed here, or in Android mobile separate app. So still you can access through browser, or you can access through your Android mobile app, or Windows or iOS. And rest of the things are same. Actually you can monitor the things, so these monitoring and other options are similar for all other applications. So traffic manager, you can export the template. So that's it about this mobile app.